Hey everyone, welcome to another replay analysis. Today I thought it would be interesting to look at a small moment that's really important in a lot of games that you'll run into in Storm League or any ranked game of Heroes of the Storm, and see where the ball is dropped and why players like myself or someone that is usually trying to look forward to that advantage or squeeze out small advantages or earn a victory may get upset or a little bit frustrated with people and how the game is being played nowadays. So let's jump into a match here. It's going to be on Braxis Holdout. It's been a long drawn out battle, but we have been able to earn a slight advantage moving into level 20, and I'm looking to try and jump into the situation and earn the W. So let's hop in. Okay, before we hop into this match, I need to give you where the game state is currently. It's been a pretty rough match overall. We've lost every single Zerg wave, but we've been able to defend it somehow with some decent team fights, some good engagements overall. Our team composition is a Mei, Anduin, Vala variant, and I'm playing J-Knight here. In terms of builds, our builds really aren't the greatest for this map. You usually want a lot of wave clear, and that's kind of why I picked Jaina, because I had this weird composition. I was like, I need to try to work in some AoE if I can, and Mephisto was already chosen. But our choices and builds have been really unhelpful as well. We have a Twin Blades variant, and we have a Hungering Arrow Vala, which this build is very good on Battlefield of Eternity, but not so good on a map where you need a lot of wave clear. However, I will say this build is very helpful in clearing out Ultralisk, which is pretty important, and also really good against the boss, so we've made that work in our build so far. Now, with that being said, you can see that we have a slight sliver of an advantage over our opponent. 20.25 to 19.75. We just got done pushing into, or excuse me, defending a wave that came down here on the bottom side. So let's go ahead and play this out and see how it looks. And I wanted to show you a situation where I'm trying to take this small amount of experience and get my team to work with me. So here we go. Into the match here. We'll go nice and slow. I write here in the chat as far left as I can. I'm trying my best to communicate to my teammates. Bait the boss. So the idea here is you can start the boss or you can float around it in this area. Anything that can make the opponent think, oh, we might have to go and get aggressive against them, right? So you want to do a couple of Hungering Arrows, get some damage on this, get it down to about half HP, and see if they try to force in. And if they don't come in a fight, you take the boss with your advantage, and you're able to have that pushing, which is always good because we want to be able to set up for the next beacon phase, right? Now, my team has gone the bottom lane and started pushing this out. I did have a talk with this Vala after this game because this Vala was adamant that pushing out this lane is important. The only thing that is important past level 20 is making sure that the wave is pushing in your favor or is in a stalemate. So these Hellbats have to go. As long as you clear these out, you'll be fine. The cannons will push in, but typically until 2 or 3 cannons pop up, you're not going to get a lot of structure damage on your keeps or anything, and we can afford to lose a wall, especially if it's in favor of getting kills. But as you can see the positioning here, my team has rotated down here to work on this. I said bait the boss, and then I started immediately moving up towards that boss because I saw them already working on this and they don't need me. So I mount up, I run this way, and what I have to wait for is my Mei. My Mei does position this way, knows what she's doing, so she steps up on the top left corner, and I'm waiting for her to check that bush before I go in as well. But here's what happens. On the map, if we check our vision here, we can immediately see, let me go ahead and put this up. We can see that Johanna's the top side, and the moment that we see Stukov and Zul'jin, I'm like, oh god, we gotta go. I start pinging like crazy on the map, indicating to my team we need to keep moving in. Here's where my team made a small mistake. It's annoying, but it's whatever. Is my Vala kept here clearing out this wave. And again, as long as you clear out these range minions and the Hellbats, this wave will be stationary, and we are wasting our time. So she continued to keep pushing here on the bottom lane, and I kept pinging like crazy. I even started moving up, because I saw their entire team is up here, right? As long as we move into here and we get this bush control, we can set ourselves up for the boss or even a potential pick in the future. My team continues to clear out the bottom side, which has been an issue, and I keep pinging like crazy to come over here. I even face check it. I'm so confident this will work. And we still linger for a while. And this is one of the things that's really frustrating for players in Heroes of the Storm that are good at the game, is when you don't seize the opportunities that are in front of you because you are either wave clearing or doing merc camp. This is something that you'll do a lot in a lot of other MOBAs, where if you start something but you see your teammates in a fight because there's more burst damage, people will rotate over. And a weird side effect of Heroes of the Storm, because we don't have as much blow-up damage, for some reason people just kind of linger and lollygag their way over to a fight and wait for opportunities to come to them. And my statement, and something that needs to be brought up a lot, especially here in North America, is you need to make plays for your team sometimes, and your team needs to be on page, especially when they're pinging and they're communicating, to try and do that. And the thing is, I'm not really getting any major pings from my opponents except for the retreat here from my Mei, but she's still here in the bottom position. I know I can rotate her, and I see Varian and Vala. Now imagine if they had came a few seconds earlier. I went and looked. I actually did that 8 boss at 1852. there has been a total of, what, 15 seconds since then for my team to rotate, which to me, it is way too long. If you start yourself over here in this base and you're on your mount and you come from base, it takes about 7 seconds to get here, right? So they've had double the amount of time to rotate over, and this is like a small area where I wanted to focus on for replay analysis, because look what happens if we follow these calls that are made.
Quickly, I need help.
I keep pinging, I keep saying come, ask for assistance. There's a Johanna right here. This is a free kill. And a lot of people in Heroes of the Storm are terrified to auto-attack warriors for some reason, do any damage to them. This is a free engage. Even if Johanna goes for her trait, it's a massive cooldown that will be down on her. It's a 22-second cooldown, which means we now have the power to go for a boss, or to push out our waves like we wanted to, or set up for the next beacon phase. But because my team was so slow to rotate, we can't take this opportunity, which is unfortunate. And the argument here is we go ahead and have this fight go in. I do a little bit of damage, I walk away. I was wishing Mei would try to rotate over and get some damage as well. She does not. But the thing is like my team wound up arguing me at the end there and saying, hey, this is a bad call, we wouldn't have gone it. These type of plays aren't even high risk, high reward. These are like low risk, because if we see 4 or 5 people at the top and we're using the minimap, with a mass reward available to us, and that gives us a free boss. For you guys at home, we proceed to move on to this game, and we can't get map control for the 3rd time, and we wound up losing the Zerg wave and losing this game. And I'm just saying, these type of moments that pop up, people in general need to be better about. Listen to your teammates' pings, things like that. We were forced to pull away, and we walk away. I question marked the team, and they got upset that I question marked them. Even like, look at this. I was able to get away by myself because I was by myself, because of knowing where my opponents were at, right? So these type of situations are really, really important, and I really challenge anyone that plays Heroes of Storm or wants to be a part of Heroes of Storm to listen to your teammates, especially when you have that advantage. We wasted a 25-second window. I know it's a small window, because we wanted to lollygag and try to push out bottom. And look how much we pushed out bottom. It went from here to here in those 20 seconds. There's no reason for you not to go for this aggressive play. So that's something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to point out to a lot of people. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is it too hard in North America to have these type of strategies, like going for these small windows, etc.? Is it just something that people don't have pointed out enough? I don't know. I'm not really sure why this is impossible to pull off in Heroes of the Storm, but that's why I wanted to show off a small moment that you can do in these type of maps. Also, another thing, please, for the love of God, can people stop going Twin Blades variant? I swear to God, it does absolutely nothing. This guy got destroyed by Artanis the entire match, and it got to a point where I actually had to go soak top lane by myself. Alright, well, that's something I wanted to point out. As a reminder, I do stream over on my stream, twitch.tv/TrikSlyr. You can watch this entire game if you want to in the VODs there, and, you know, do your own analysis. And also, it'd be really helpful if you can drop a sub over there, as I'll be looking to try to get 300 subs on my stream, as I need to do that for Twitch in order to keep my 70-30 deal. And if I'm not able to do that, I may have to stop focusing on YouTube content for a while. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of the stream, etc. I will see you guys around. Goodbye.